Okay, so let us start the class. So last time around, we talked about the four type of data. So your data can be a category data like demographic variables or your income or your age or where do you live. So these are categories like city or village or what is the income level or what is your education or what is your gender, male or female. These are categories. So we called it a nominal data. Okay. So if you have a data which is on ranks like first, second, third, then that type of data we called ordinal data. Like if I ask you a question, please tell your preferences, Pepsi, Coke, or Dew. So you say Pepsi first, Coke second, and Dew third. This is preference data or ordinal data. Then the third important type was interval data. Interval data means the data which is based on rating questions. Rating questions mean data, the question, opinion question with Likert scale, like strongly agree, agree, neutral, disagree, or strongly disagree. Such type of data is called interval data. Yeah, Mohammed says in interval data, we also call it a scale. Okay, in SPSS, we will call it a scale. Interval data is a data which has a rating question. These are rating questions. Rating questions mean opinion questions like do uh, you would like to buy the product from this brand? Now it is asking your opinion. So you will answer it like strongly agree, agree, or neutral, or disagree, or strongly disagree. Normally we use 5-point Likert scale for it. Such type of questions are very important for your questionnaire for hypothesis testing. I will just show you in today's class. So that type of data is very important and it is called interval data. In fact, two type of data are very important for your questionnaire, nominal data and interval data. And I will just show you in SPSS. So last time I showed you, I believe I showed you the SPSS file. Again, I will show you that one. Okay, so you can see an SPSS file with you. This SPSS file has how many questionnaires filled. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So rows are telling you how many questionnaires are there. 5 questionnaires are there only. So for just for teaching purpose, I am using this small sample size. Otherwise, you know that your sample size should be more than 30 in any case, should be more than 30 for statistical analysis. But for teaching purpose, I will just use these 5 questionnaires. And this is your question number 1 in your questionnaire. This is question 2, question 3, question 4, question 5, and so on. So how many questions are there in total? There are 22, 23 questions in total in this questionnaire. You can enter the data by yourself, but you should enter it in a row. That is what I told you last time around. It shouldn't be in a column. It should be entered in a row. Or you can simply copy it from the Excel file, which is coming from your Google Forms. Google Form data will always come in a row in Excel. You can just copy it and put it here. Okay, and see this. There are two views in SPSS. One is data view, where you can put your data. The second one is the variable view. So data view is there and a variable view is there. In data view, you can put the data. Okay, and let's say you have another question which is about the gender. So the data is like this: female, male, 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 and female. So this is the gender of the 5 people. See, when you enter the data, the variable name is like VAR tetra 09. Same, all of those were like that. Now, how can you change it? Go to variable view, which is the bottom. You can see the 2 buttons on the bottom, and I will just write it Q23. Now, this is question number 23 for me. And see, it is not a numerical value. It is a string. String means text. String means text. Okay. And here you can put the question. This question will, what is your gender? Remember, these labels you can directly copy from your questionnaire and you can put it here. Everybody does it like that. You can just copy the question from there and put it in the label. This will come in the report. Your report will show the label. Hello, Suleiman, you can log in again. Maybe the problem will be rectified. Others, you can hear me, right? Okay. So maybe you can log in again. The problem will be solved, I believe. Okay. So labels are the statements which are your questionnaire, which are in your questionnaire. So you have to put them here. Remember, this name will never come in the reports. These names Q1, Q2, Q3, they will never come in the report. So it is much better to put the labels. That is one thing. The second thing is go to the Myers and you need to change the Myers. Myers are scale. Scale means interval data. Ordinal data, this is like ranking, rank 1, 2, or 3. And nominal data. Nominal data means category. So you need to tell whether this question is an interval or scale question data, or whether it is some ordinal data or nominal data. In this case, all the questions were on scale, and the last question is nominal. Why nominal? Because it is a string and it has categories, the gender, male or female. Okay. Now the question is, here it is male and female. It should be, I can align it to the right so that it will be like this. It should be in numbers. You know that computer, they do not know what is male and female. They just know numbers. So the one thing is, you can directly change them into numbers by yourself. Like female is 2, male is 1, male is 1, male is 1, and female is 2. This is one way. But if you have lot of questions which have nominal data, lot of questions which have nominal data, then in that case, it is difficult to do it manually, what I did right now. So is it possible that SPSS can do it? Yes. SPSS can do it for you. So how would you do it? Just go to transform. Now there are menus up there. File, edit, view, data. For you, the important one is analyze, and the second one is transform. That's it. In transform, you have the option of recode into same variables. So what I'm saying, that this is text. If I want SPSS to change it into numbers, I will go to transform, and the option is recode into same variable. Recode into same variable. Click on that one. Now there are the questions labels. I will choose the one which I want to change. What is your gender? Because this one is on text and I want to change it into numbers. So just click on that one. It is a string variable. String means it's not number, it is text. And here there is a button which says old and new values. Click on that one. Here you will give the old value. The old value is male and change it into, okay, first let me delete the before used one. Okay. If the value is male, the new value you will give it 1. So male will be changed into 1 and female will be changed into 2. And continue. And okay. A kind of a report will be generated. Now see, data has been automatically changed into 1 and 2 numbers. So if you have 4 categories, you can change it in that way, like 4 categories, 1, 2, 3, 4. What is that number? Is this clear? Transform, you need to know how would you do it, how to change the text into data. Number, transform, recode into same variable, select the variable which you want to change, give old and new values, male 1, female 2, in this case for this question. Continue and you will get the text changed into numbers. Is this clear? Okay, so this is the way transform, recode into the same variable, and you can change the text into numbers. But remember, write the correct spelling. Even if you write male with big M, then some of them will not change. So write the correct spelling which is given in the text for the category. Okay. Okay, another thing, in the variable view, I need to tell what is 2 and 1 for my report. So how can I tell it? You can tell it through values. So in the variable view, you have these values. None will be written here. Okay, let me delete all of them for your just to tell you that how did I make it. I will clear all of them, right click. Okay, let me, I have to remove it one by one. Just to show you how did I make it. And I will do it for 2 or 3 variables just to show how quickly you can do that. Okay. And this one as well, just to make it more elaborative. Okay, so how can you give the values? How can you tell what is 1, what is 2, and what is 3? Let's say this is the first question is opinion question. So 1 means strongly agree, add. 2 means agree. 3 means neutral. So you are just telling the software that in your report, number should not come like 1 or 2. The value will come. I will just show you the report as well. 4, disagree. and 5 strongly disagree. When you do it okay, look, now it has all those categories. You can see that. It will come in the report. Label and values will come in the report. Now, just copy it, right click on this one, copy, paste it on the others. Paste. And you can do it for all of them. Use shift to select till where you want them to go. Like this. You can select all of them and you can just paste. Right click, paste. So all of them will be the same. Now, the last question is about gender. So here I will say value 1 means male and value 2 means female. Now it is on that. So in this way, you can provide the values. Remember, values and labels will come in your report. If you do not give values, your number will be shown in the report. I will just show you the report for some descriptive statistics. Let me know, is it clear till now? How to give the values, you get the idea. It's simple. You can just click on that one, put the number and tell what does it mean. Another number and tell what does it mean. Do you have any question till now? Is it okay? Do you get the idea about the variable view, what you can do there? Is this clear till now? Okay. So now the first thing which we will discuss is the descriptive statistics. The first thing which we will discuss is descriptive statistics. So descriptive statistics means like mean, median, mode, standard deviation, variance, or maximum minimum value, or the range. So these type of statistics or the graphs are called descriptive. They will describe the data. You cannot test your hypothesis, but you can describe your data through descriptive statistics. Okay, so how can we do that? How can we do that? How can we use descriptive statistics? So I told you in your SPSS, this analyze option is very important. So all the tests are there. All the tests are there. So in analyze option, go to descriptive, analyze, descriptive, and the first one, frequencies. Other options we will not use this time around. So analyze, descriptive statistics, frequencies. Analyze, descriptive statistics, frequencies. So I am going to test descriptive statistics. How can I do that? Go to analyze, and descriptive statistics, the first option, this frequency, just click that one. All the variables you will see like this. Now, you can choose all of them. If you want the descriptive statistics for all of them, you can just choose them and put it here, or you can choose the ones which you want to show the mean, median, mode. Let's say I want to show it for work environment, I want to show it for training, I want to show it for your gender. Let's say there are 3 variables for which I want to show. I can show it for all of them, but at this point of time, I just want to show 3 of them. Okay. So what will be the next thing? I will go to this button, statistics. Click that one. This will be like this, unchecked. Everything will be like that. This screen now, this box. You will check mean, median, mode. And I also want the standard deviation. Okay, if you want range, you can click that one. If you don't want, or minimum or maximum value, you can check that one. You can also find skewness or kurtosis if it is there. And you will just push continue. And the second button is charts. Click that one. You will have either you want a chart, then you will click none. Other, if you want bar chart or pie chart, you can click that one. I need a bar chart. Okay, so I will go for bar chart for these 3. And then I will continue. And in this table as well, I will put OK. Now a report is generated. I will now share with you the report. Now you can see my screen. Okay. Now, first table will tell you about the mean, median, mode, the descriptive statistics. So work environment, mean is 3.80. Median is 4. Mode is 3. And the standard deviation is 0.837. For training, the mean is 2.40. Median is 3. Mode is 1, and the standard deviation is 1.342. Of course, this is only 5 values. I told you your sample size should be sufficient, but here, just for teaching purpose, I am telling you. That is why for gender, it is not created, because the values are only 1 and 2, remember. So that is why, and only 5 values are there. So that is why mean, median, and mode for this one is not calculated. But if you have sufficient data, many data with you, then it will be calculated. Now see the bar chart. Look, work environment is coming here. Where did we write work environment? In the label of variable view. Whatever you will write there, it will come here for that question 1, work environment. And see, neutral option was 3, but here it is written neutral. Why? Because in the values you have said 3 is equal to neutral, 4 is equal to disagree, 5 strongly disagree. So 1 and 2, nobody has selected from the 5 questionnaires. So that is why only 3 options are coming. It is not coming with number. Why? Because in values you have assigned 3, 4, and 5 to neutral, disagree, and strongly agree. So how many people were neutral? 2. See this on the y-axis. 2. 2 people disagreed, and 1 person strongly disagreed. This is, I'm describing the graph. See, training, the label is coming, training. And on the down, you can see strongly agree, neutral, or disagree, which we gave in the value section. So strongly agree means 1. How many people, respondents actually agreed to it? 2 of them. 2 of them were neutral, and 1 of them disagreed. Of course, there are only 5 here, so that is why graphs are like this. Then what is your gender? Male and female. Where did we give this male and female in the value? What is your gender? How come this is here? Because you give this question or statement in the label of variable view. So 3 are male and 2 are female. This is the descriptive statistics which you can find for every question actually. Let me know if this is clear or you have any question. If you have any confusion, you can ask me. So in variable view, please give label and values. This will come in the report. This will come in the report. And how will you find descriptive statistics? Go to analyze descriptive frequencies and you can select the variables for which you want to find the descriptive statistics and you can make a graph of it as well if you want. Okay. So this is the report which is generated. Now I will take you back to SPSS file. So just see for a moment. These are the labels. These were the values. These will come in your report. And the third important thing in this variable view is the Myers. Myers means whether it is interval data or nominal data. This name will not come in the report. You have seen that Q1, Q2 was not coming in the report. This is just for SPSS file. Okay. Just see this for a moment and I will just take a glass of water. No, it's not finished. I just gave you time to check it. Okay. So the second thing is, which we do in SPSS, is inferential statistics. Inferential statistics means hypothesis testing. So let us make two hypotheses from this data. Okay, I cannot test hypothesis because this is just 5 samples, but for teaching purpose, I am making it. Okay, so see this, the work environment is significantly related training. So I have two variables, work environment and training, and I have made a hypothesis that variable A is significantly related to variable B. This is kind of association model. You can also have a cause and effect model, like variable A is affecting variable B. But this time I'm just taking the basic thing to test in hypothesis. Then hypothesis is work environment is significantly related to training. Remember, hypothesis is a very specific statement. It will tell which variable will affect the other one or which variable is related to other variable. So this is the first hypothesis. I want to check whether this variable is true or false. Then I make another hypothesis. The another hypothesis is work environment is significantly related means positively related or negatively related. We don't know. We just want to check. Is significantly related technology used? So work environment is significantly related to technology used. So there is another variable now. Work environment is also related to that technology used. Let's say I want to test these two hypotheses in SPSS. What will I do? So you can see my screen, which is the SPSS file. Okay. In that SPSS file, go to analyze and correlate. Correlation means association, relationship between two variables. So correlate, bivariate. Bi means two variables. Bi means two. Variate means variables. Two variables. The relationship between two variables. How can you find it? Analyze, correlate. Analyze, correlate. Bivariate option. You will choose this one. So let me do it again. Analyze, correlate, bivariate. Now here you will choose the variables which you want to check hypothesis. The first one is work environment. Second one is training. And the third one is technology used, this one. So these are the three variables which I want to test. If you see the correlation coefficient, Pearson is already selected. Pearson. There is also another correlation type, which is Spearman. I will tell you the difference, inshallah, in the next class, but here just assume that Pearson is okay. Pearson correlation is okay. And test of significance is two-tailed. It's already selected. Don't select one tail. And this option, flag significant correlation, is already checked. What does it mean? It means if your relationship is significant, SPSS will put a star on it. If it is not significant, it will not put it. So SPSS will tell you whether the relationship is significant or not. Okay, and then just do okay. So you select the variables for which you are testing the hypothesis and you just click OK. The table is generated. I will show you the table. It is generated in the report. See this table. See this table. So work environment is there. Work environment with work environment doesn't have any relationship, but work environment with training, this is what you have to see. The first one is the Pearson correlation. The second thing is important, the significant two-tailed test, which says the value is 0.353. Here, you should remember the p-value. P-value means significance value. What did we talk about it? It should be 95% on 95% confidence interval. That means the error can only be 5%. Error can only be 5%. 5% means 0.05. This is your reference value. If your significance value means p-value, is higher than 0.05, that means the error is more, you will reject your hypothesis. If this value is less than 0.05, you will accept the hypothesis. Now see, in this table, which I have shared with you in the report, the significance value is 0.353, which is higher than 0.05, much higher. 0.05 means 5%. This is 35%, 0.353. That means I cannot accept the hypothesis. The hypothesis is, you can see, work environment is significantly related to training. That means reject it. Reject means work environment is not related to training. Work environment is not related to training. What about the second one? The second one is work environment is significantly related with technology used. See the table. Work environment with technology used. The value is 0.159. It is higher than 0.05. That means this is also rejected. So work environment has no relationship with technology used. Do you get this point? So you have to see the values yourself. Both of them are insignificant. Why insignificant? Because the value is higher than 0.05. Significance value means p-value. So the reference value for us is 0.05. If it is higher than that, reject the hypothesis. Otherwise, you will accept the hypothesis. So both hypotheses are rejected. Can we see any other hypothesis in this report? Yes. Technology used with training. The value is 0.927. This is higher than 0.05. So this is also rejected. So technology used has no relationship with training. Do you get this idea? This is hypothesis testing. I showed you correlation. So the option is analyze, correlate, bivariate, and choose the variables which you want to check association. So the table will be generated in the report, and you can see that table with significance value. Significance value should be less than 0.05 to accept the hypothesis. If the value is more than 0.05, that means error is more, you will reject the hypothesis. In this case, both the hypotheses are rejected. Why rejected? Because the value, significance value, is higher than 0.05. Is this clear or you have any confusion? So inshallah, in the next week, I will also repeat the same. I will also go for some other tests, and we will be using SPSS only. This is something which you can learn for your future. How can you, Ahmad Abdullah, how can you decrease the significance value? Obviously, you can only decrease the significance value if you have more samples. But if sample size is, let's say, more than 30 or 50 or 60, then the result will not change. This result can change because you have only 5 values with you. So I told you before that I am doing the hypothesis testing. This is not correct because the sample size is very small, but I'm just using it for teaching purpose. But if you have a sample size which is sufficient, then your results will not change if you increase your sample size. That is for sure. Is this clear? Is this clear to you? If your sample size is according to the what you need, let's say if you have a population of 5,000 plus, your sample size is 350 or 357. So if you have taken 357 samples and then you check correlation, and the correlation is insignificant, I'm sure if you even increase the sample size, it will remain insignificant. Okay, so I will end the class here early because, but I would suggest, please try to install SPSS trial version from Google. So now you are looking at it, you can do some practice about it. If you can do some practice, that would be very good for your future perspectives. Like if someone wants to do a master's or someone wants to do some PhD, then this software is very important for research. For communication students, for IT students, even for biotechnology students. Sometimes when they are doing some empirical research, like survey, it is very important that they know what is SPSS. Okay, so I will end the class here. I want assignment 2 by week 14. Is it okay? Week 14. Week 14, this is week 12 ending. End of week 14. Okay.